So tomorrow is my baby's birthday, my littlest. As I said, I'm 36 years old and I have 3 boys. We really tried for a girl, but after the third time, I probably should just kept on going one more time because I probably would have got a girl because my mother had 3 girls and finally got her little boy. So I was thinking, hey, maybe I should have waited. But funny story, how I found out with my first one, I just went to, and they said, oh, I was going with my grandmother, who's my very big part of my life. And it was sad because we went there, and I was 5 months pregnant, and just because my insurance changed, I was up there fixing to be seen to get an ultrasound, and they said, ma'am, you got to leave and find another doctor. I said, excuse me? I was 22 weeks at this time. And if anybody knows, 22 weeks is getting on in there. It's like 5 to 6 months. And they're like, well, we don't take your insurance no more. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And my poor granny, we had went to Nashville. And me and my poor granny, who was 70 at the time, and, oh no, she was like 60 something, maybe 70, I don't know. I'm not good at math. And we had to find a doctor, and my doctor that I found was the only one that would take me. And I didn't have a very good, but I found out after him, he said, oh, you want a little boy? And that's what I wanted. The first one was a little boy. And then my oldest one doesn't have the same daddy as my youngest two, which things happen. But my second one, I was with my husband. We've been together for 12 years. We've been married for 10. And for the second one, I had gotten that DNA thing done, in that test. And we was both working at the same place. And while we was driving out, I get a phone call. And they're like, Mrs. Carter, do you want to know what you're having? And I said, yes, because at the time we wanted a little boy. Oh my gosh, I was so happy. They said, you're having a little boy. And I was like, oh my gosh, yay. So the third time I thought, oh man, maybe I'd get a girl. And it was so funny because I went there and this lady asked me, oh, what do you have? I said, I have 2 little boys. I want a little girl. She looks back at me, no joke, within 10 seconds. It says, oh, do you have 2 little girls? You want a boy? And I'm like, no. And she said, I'm so sorry. And she could tell by the way my face fell. I was like, what are you telling me? I said, you can't tell me. And I denied I was having a boy. And so I was, but now we laugh about it. But I would never tell my kids that I didn't want them. And I want every one of my kids. And I'm so thankful to God that I have all 3 of my boys, because my youngest is my everything.